price and more equipment are great, but the rest of the changes Nissan made to the Leaf are worthy of equal, if not more, attention. The compact electric hatchback is better than the original in every way, despite reusing its predecessor's platform. The battery's greater capacity is extracted from more energy-dense cells that fit in the same underfloor volume as the previous generation Leaf's 30.0 kWh pack, preserving interior space. Crash test requirements that didn't exist when the first Leaf went on sale 7 years ago dictated some high-strength steel be blended into the front structure. Those and other stiffening measures increase the Leaf's actual and perceived solidity. And the new bodywork abandons the old Leaf's amorphous blob look for a more mature, mainstream appearance with flat-out C-pillars and a floating roof design. Better still, suspension updates aimed at managing the 2018 Leaf's mild weight gain over the 2017 model have removed most of the flop and roll from the old model's soggy handling. The Leaf is now composed when driven spiritedly and exhibits little body roll, thanks in part to 10% stiffer anti-roll bars. The steering is much improved, too, with a quicker ratio, good response, and a more satisfying heft than before. The car is also more refined than before, with the suspension absorbing impacts with less noise. As in other Fs, the lack of internal combustion engine white noise heightens occupants' awareness of road and tire sounds. To our ears the new Leaf is quieter, although the door mirrors generate a fair amount of wind whoosh at highway speeds. Getting the new Leaf up to those speeds is a notably quicker affair thanks to its updated electric motor. The otherwise carryover motor gains a new inverter, bringing increases of 40 horsepower and 49 pounds-to-foot of torque, for new totals of 147 and 236. Just how much zippier the 2018 Leaf is will be confirmed when we get one on the test track. As before, the motor makes a mild whirring sound, and at speeds below 18 miles per hour the Leaf emits a Jetsonian electronic tone externally to alert pedestrians of its otherwise silent presence. Breaking news. Like the Bolt, the new Leaf features a one-pedal driving mode in which drivers can bring the car to a complete halt using only the engine braking effect of the electric motor, without touching the brake pedal. Dubbed D-pedal, this driver's selectable one-pedal feature can slow the Leaf to varying degrees depending on the accelerator pedal's angle. For example, from a cruise, lessening your pedal input begins slowing the Leaf. Taking your foot off the accelerator entirely triggers a gradual progression to a peak of 0.20 grams of deceleration as more speed is scrubbed. Good thing, too, given that the Leaf's actual brake pedal suffers from an overboosted feel and an action that muddies the distinction between friction braking and the slowing effect of the electric motor's energy recuperation. Cleverly, e-pedal blends in the friction brakes automatically on top of the electric motor's resistance, both to hold the Leaf stationary when stopped, on up to a 30% grade, and when the battery is full and unable to accept more charge from the motor's energy recuperation, the source of the engine braking type drag, when decelerating. This ensures consistent e-pedal slowing no matter the battery's state of charge, and it draws no energy from the motor to keep the car still. The e-pedal's speed-dependent stopping power takes some getting used to before one can effectively time when to start lifting off the accelerator to, say, stop at an upcoming intersection from different speeds. On the upside, its build-up and braking force is far smoother than the Bolt's all-or-nothing one-pedal slowing. I'm your pilot. Need more tech? Nissan offers its ProPilot Assist radar-based adaptive cruise control and camera-based self-steering lane-keeping assist function, in addition to lane departure warning. It's available on the mid-level Leaf SV and top-shelf SL trim levels. For the SV, ProPilot Assist is bundled with the $2,200 technology package, which also includes blind spot monitoring, pedestrian detection, rear cross-traffic alert, LED headlights, and 8-way power driver's seat, and a few other items. On the SL, which already includes some of those extras, the tech package with ProPilot costs just $650. Some early production Leafs will come standard with these packages. When activated via a steering wheel button, ProPilot can competently bring the Leaf to a complete stop, and accelerate again, provided the stop lasts fewer than 3 seconds, adjust the car's speed to match traffic ahead, and steer between lane markings. Nissan insists, however, that ProPilot is a driver aid, not a self-driving system. Take your hands off the wheel for longer than a few moments, and the Leaf flashes visual warnings in the gauge cluster and sounds increasingly urgent alarms. Wait about 30 seconds, and the Leaf trades insistent beeping for a freaky siren and brings itself to a stop in its lane with the emergency flashers activated. The total time from the first missed warning to stoppage from 55 miles per hour is about 45 seconds. Kudos to Nissan for making the warnings hard to miss. Not only is the late-sounding wailing spookily reminiscent of the pull-up siren often heard in doomed jet airliners' cockpit voice recordings, it's more successful than the subtler beeping in Mercedes-Benz's similar emergency slowdown sequence. With effective new technology and powertrain hardware taking a decisive leap forward, the Leaf has life anew after kickstarting the mass-market F-Race in 2010. Buyers will be the ultimate judges of the Leaf's price-to-range ratio, but it certainly looks compelling. We only wish that Nissan added more flair to the cabin. The interior's hard plastics and cheap-feeling, mismatched switchgear seemingly culled from several different cars are obvious sacrifices, with resources diverted to the Leaf's excellent battery and chassis hardware. Heck, the steering column is adjustable only for tilt, the telescoping function having been cost-cut from the previous generation Leaf midway through its life cycle. The Leaf deserves better, not least because taller drivers are forced into a less-than-ideal hunch to grasp the steering wheel. Granted, the Chevrolet Bolt's mediocre cabin and odd seating position similarly stand as totems to difficult choices made during the allocation of development dollars. In both cars, the batteries and well-tuned chassis won, the interiors lost. We hope that nicer innards are in the works for the longer range, and no doubt substantially pricier, Leaf Plus that's due next year.